So the blackberries have been ready to pick, but I have not been picking them. So I've been letting everybody else get to them first. But it seems that they're not keeping up. Look at this, guys. There's a few that are just past, a little past. Yeah, there are actually quite a few more than I wish. But there's that whole section there, here, and there, and this is the back side. The front side on the fence is actually a little bit fuller normally, but yeah, just collecting a few in the morning. It's nice and warm already. Look at them, they are so good. So the grapes are coming along. They're still pretty small, but there's a lot of them. This area here is actually really productive. I don't know if it's just because it's grapes or if it's the actual placement of the plants. I don't know, but it's loaded. Every year it's loaded. Last year we had a problem with some sort of fungus or mildew. I think it was mildew. So this year they're trying something different. They're trying to prune it differently. I'm not quite sure how, but so far they look like they're still in pretty good shape. And there's a whole bunch of different varieties. I don't know any of them, but look at this. It's nice little canopy of grapes. Oh, look at this. Also, I have a new phone, so the camera is different, so I'm still getting adjusted to that, so I'm not quite sure how to handle it the best. Don't know the settings yet. Look at this. Oh, beautiful. There's gonna be so much fruit in here. Okay, I think that's it for now. There we go, look at that. And then those are the blackberries back there. There's the blackberries all across that fence. Okay, so this one is my Blackberry Bush, and he is doing well. He actually managed to produce this year, which is just amazing. He managed to keep up somewhat. Look at this. There's still some dry leaves just because we didn't water it in time again, but this year it didn't lose the fruit, so that's nice. Look at this. These are the leftovers. The main ones are already eaten. It didn't have those many. But I mean, it's in a planter. I didn't expect it to. I'm just happy it's actually fruiting this time around. There's still some green fruit around, so we'll probably have some more. Yay! Yay! Okay, and look at this, guys. These guys are the fig cuttings, and so yeah, so they're just living in water bottles. It's a bottle tower. But check this out. They actually have figs. They're like the smallest trees ever, but they have figs. And this is from cuttings. So that's, I think that's impressive. Look at that, there you go. And the persimmon cuttings didn't seem to make it. We also have trouble with those little ones, so I don't know. And then there's more figs here. And then, let's see, even the one down here, he has some figs. This one's funny because it's a double. Look at that. But yeah, those are the figs from the bottle towers. The ones up front are actually doing okay as well. They also have little figs coming up. But yeah, I was just surprised because the bottle tower is able to sustain all of those little tiny trees, and they're actually fruiting. So, yay! So this is what the Mexican Petunia flowers look like. They're pretty. They only last for a day though, so yeah, that's why he hasn't been taking priority. But look at that. They're super hardy. This one's growing in a tripod. Yeah, I like flowers. The lantanas are also blooming. These ones are the ones, the smaller. This is a smaller plant, but it's so bright. Love the colors in this. It actually starts out yellow. Look at this. Starts out yellow, and then as it starts getting bigger, he starts getting pink in the middle. And then they end up like this, like with a bunch of pink and then just a little bit of yellow in the middle. But yeah, I love flowers. Yay. Okay, so this is the artichoke flower. So fluffy, it's like a little pom-pom. And I mean, look at this. It's pretty big. And this is actually not the biggest one. The biggest one was the first one down here. This one, notice how it's already darker. That one's been getting pollinated this whole time. And then this is a new one. And then this one right here is a new one. And the one right there is the newest one. Yeah. This one hasn't opened yet. Look at this, guys. The Fennel Flowers. I like this. They're so cute. Like little stars. Little star pattern. They just spread out. Fireworks, more like fireworks. Yeah, we'll say that. They're pretty tall. They're a good 7 feet, at least. So is the artichoke. Okay, so this is the longevity spinach. And look at this, guys. It's blooming. We took some seeds off of it yesterday because they were already opened. And basically they just, you know, this is pretty much as wide as they get. Like that's as big as they're gonna get. That's open. Then they get like this little darker ones. And then eventually they just kind of droop down and they end up looking kind of like marigolds, where they just close up and dry up. So not too showy, but I think it's fine. Plus, look at this. This is from the cutting that we did in winter. And he's completely settled. He's happy. He's making so much new growth. So longevity spinach really likes it here. So that's really good. So we actually made 2 more cuttings because of that. It was doing so well that we're like, well, you know, if it's gonna produce. And look at this, epazote. Something's actually munching on it. Normally they leave the epazote alone, the bugs, but not this time. But that's fine, as long as they leave my other stuff alone. You know, my passion fruit. Still doing okay. Getting taller, actually. Super exposed here, but we'll see if we can get some video. Look at this. So this is one of the figs. We kept this one indoors last year. So he was fine, but when we brought him out, he got stressed out. So he wasn't doing well, but he's doing so well now. And we have a million sprouts. We do a lot of live mulch. So a lot of the times we'll drop like seeds, a whole fruit if it goes bad or whatever. So we thought that was, how do you call that, papayas? But I'm not sure. But there's so many sprouts, so many, and I don't know what it is. But I know this one's papalo. And so is, I thought there was another one. Oh, and we have some peppers growing here. Little babies. I mean, it's too late for most of them, but if they make it, next year we'll have a nice plant, so yay. And then this is my moringa from last year. He's actually bouncing back now. He wasn't happy, but he's now. So the lantana on this side, a little bit lighter in color, but he is a bigger plant. So I don't know if this one's supposed to be taller than the other one, but that one's always been smaller. Look at this. And then this guy, when I don't cut the dead flowers, they make little seeds like this, and then they end up turning gray like that. But the germination rate just is not really good. I've heard that if birds actually eat them and then they poop them out, then they actually will sprout. But I don't really. You know, I'm just gonna chop this off and just keep going with this plant. It's big enough. And look at this, the sunrose. It's growing up now that it can reach the sunlight. Look at this. The bees love this, guys. Oh, they're so pretty. Speaking of, we used to have this at the other place, so we brought this plant over from there. at least cuttings from there. And the bees used to love it. It used to be right next to the pond. Okay, look at my purslane. This one is already big. So this one I would eat, except that I am actually waiting for these little flowers right here, the little tiny dainties. Oh, are you not gonna focus? Come on. There you go, these little tiny flowers. I'm waiting on them to turn into seeds, and it happens really fast. I'm actually surprised I caught the flowers today because normally I miss them. But yeah, so he's gonna make seeds really fast, and then I can just spread them around so that I can get more because I eat a lot of purslane. And this is the cactus. We've already chopped off quite a few. So there's that one, that's 2, that's 3, that's 4, and 5 cactus that we've eaten already. And so there's still 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 that are still, you know, going. And actually this guy is ready to be picked, and so is that guy. But we have 2 in the back that are also ready to be picked, so we'll probably pick those first. Yeah. So check this out. I wasn't even planning on picking berries. I didn't think there were any left. But look at this. And then there were some peppers that just needed to be taken off the plants because they were too heavy. So I helped. Yeah, just random things here and there. Every now and then we just pick stuff, which is really nice. We like having that available to us, just random fruits. And the orchard is coming along nicely. So we'll see. We'll see some of that later. Right now I just don't have a lot of time to record. I've been up since, I don't know, a long time, but I've been working in my office, so haven't had much time, but I thought I'd do a few clips because they're so pretty. Also, I had a whole bunch of clips in my old phone, and my old phone died. There's no way to get anything out of it, so yeah, those were lost, but that's okay. We'll record some more. You know, there's a few things going on, but not too much. Well, actually, a few things, but I haven't been in the loop because I've been out of it. But yeah, we'll see if I can get a few more clips in. We'll see. Okay, so this is the bottle tower for the mulberries. And so this was a cutting a year and a half ago, 2 years ago. I can't remember. I think it's been in there 2 years. I'm not sure. I can check my old videos. But yeah, basically we just put in a branch in there. This is one of the thicker ones. So with mulberries, it seems that the thicker they are, the easier they root. Because all the little ones that we didn't make it. Except for this one. So yay. But all the big ones seem to be a lot easier. And look at that. So he's gotten really big. So anytime we're walking around here, we just have to like avoid this 4-foot wide little branch. Yeah, but today we're taking him down because we either need to redo this or I don't know. But this guy basically needs a new planter. He can't be in a little bottle anymore. But yeah, but we might do this later. I don't know if we'll have time today, but yay. He gets a planter today. Oh, and this guy might have to share. Okay. Okay, so this is the mulberry. And look at this. The taproot from this one was going through all the towers. Through all of them. So, even the one on top. This is like the top one. So, yeah. Next time for cuttings, I think the holes need to be a little bit bigger. This is actually a ring that was made by the plastic. Like, it's just so deep in there. Oh, I wish this would focus better, but look at that. So we just had to peel it out. But cutting the mouth of the bottles was really hard too. So for the next one, we're just gonna get rid of this, guys. So we have all this. Next time, we're just gonna go ahead and cut this off before we actually stack them. Because this was the hardest part. We had to use this guy and scissors and I don't know, shear wheel. Just yeah, a razor. Yeah, it was just yeah, but that was our bad too. I mean, we should have gotten this guy out of here the first year, but no. So yeah, so he's gonna have to go in a bigger planter than we expected, but that's totally fine. He's happy. So yeah, thought I'd share that. Oh, look at this, tab roots. But there's so many roots, and he's not even a wilty. He doesn't even care that we're doing this. Okay, so this is the mulberry, and this is what it ended up like. He's in a planter that's an actual planter, not bottles anymore, not water bottles. And we planted some purslane that was at the bottom of the base, so he's actually still in the same spot, but taking up less of a walking space. But he looks good. Yeah, yay. Okay, and this is the avocado tree. This is the tallest one we have, and it's looking happy. It oh wow, that's bright. Yeah, so it got transplanted. It was in a 5-gallon or 3-gallon. I can't tell the difference. But yeah, so he kept burning just because we couldn't keep up with his watering, and he's a pretty big tree now. So we're trying to keep him happy. He got transplanted along with a couple things. So since it's a big planter, we also put some Jeffery spinach in there, some Swiss chard, and all of these guys came from the plastic tray, similar to this guy, but they've been in there for like, I don't know, 4 or 5 years. Well, not the longevity, but the chard has been, and it's just depleted. So we needed a new home for them, and it's in there. And this is actually just like a rope thing, a rope tub. But they do really well, and they handle the sun pretty well too. But yeah, so that's the avocado, and that took a while to transplant, but he's happy now. In here we took out the banana. I mean, he's still there, but we took him out and took some soil out. We replaced it. Most of that soil there was really crappy. That was from when we moved, and he was actually in the ground. So we brought him with clay soil, but it was not good. It was just, so he kept struggling this whole year. This is all he's managed to do, basically not die. So we planted a couple things in here, like the epazote and the fig tree, because they were in a little square planter. And this guy, actually, they were in this guy, and everything was falling apart. The soil was depleted, everything. So we put him in a new home, and this guy just kind of fell out. So the roots were just not holding him. They were practically gone. So we're giving him a chance putting him back in there, but we don't really know if he's going to make it. But we're basically putting the epazote and the fig in here. That was our main focus, because that's I don't know, that's going to give us fruit, and we need to focus the big planters, and we need to focus to put the edible stuff that's actually going to produce in the big planters. And the mint stayed there. It got a little bit of transplant shock, but not much so far, so he's doing well. Okay, and this right here, this is where the ficus was. So we planted the white zapote and another epazote that was in a smaller planter in the catio, actually. So right there, that terracotta thing, that one was just for looks, because it was in this ugly plastic planter, but that terracotta pot broke on us, and we didn't know what to do with it, so we just put it there as a face. But yeah, so he's got a new home. Hopefully he will do better, because this is what he looks like, and he's about 4 or 5 years old, so he should look a lot better than that. But we'll see. We found some parsley in one of the planters, where this kale came from, actually. So he was in he was in the same plastic tray. Oh, actually no, he was in that tray right now. So he was in that one, and he ended up here with some parsley that was also in there. So hopefully we're gonna have some parsley. John really likes it, and we have more epazote because we have so much of it right now. And then yeah, kale. So we're looking forward to that. Yay. Okay, and this is the white zapote, the biggest one, but he was also in too small of a container. So we put him, we planted him in this container that had a rose bush, which got transplanted there. So we trimmed him all the way back, but he had some sunflowers, so that's what you can see. But yeah, this guy didn't have the healthiest of leaves, but maybe he'll get better now. I'm not quite sure what's going to happen, but yeah, I'm thinking he's going to be happier. And look at this guy. I think he's going to do a lot better too, because he still has some weird little leaves going on. See, that's not a normal leaf. It's supposed to be a tri thing. Here, hold on. There we go. It's supposed to look more like that, but it's looking just like a one little long leaf thing, and that's weird. So hopefully he'll do better. We also planted a few beans on the bottom. So yay. I know it's late to start planting stuff by seed, but this is the time we got, so. And look, new growth in there. Right there. How do I focus? Well, anyway, here's new growth. Yay.
So over here by the lime tree, we planted the ficus, and he is doing fine. No signs of any stress so far. We think he's going to be happy here.
Okay, and this is the cactus that I mentioned that we need to harvest. Look at this. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4 big ones, and it's all in a little tiny planter. Yeah, and this is the one that gave me the prickly pear last year. So, cool little cactus there. Okay, so the persimmon was really struggling this past 2 or 3 days. Well, actually this past couple weeks. It's been really warm. So we had to give him a tray, but we don't have a tray that's that big. So we actually ended up just doubling that. We put a stepping stone underneath and we filled him up with water, and he's so much happier. So that's exciting, but you know, those trays, they're hard to find, or they're just like $1 million, and we can't do that. And then this guy here, really quick, he is doing amazing again, but he was doing really bad up front when he was where the persimmon is, because it was too hot for him. So we're thinking that because the pots are black, that they just, you know, absorb too much heat and they were cooking the roots. But he's doing so much better now that he's over here behind the trellis and over in the shadiest part of the front area. But yeah, he's doing great. And I think that's it. I'll do an actual video later when I have more time, but right now I think this is all we have. Huh, Mando? Yeah. Okay, bye.